After understanding in our previous discussion on sp hybridization of beryllium chloride, today we will go to another type of hybridization, that is in boron trichloride BCl3. What type of hybridization is there and why that only? Okay, there in the case of beryllium chloride, beryllium underwent hybridization and chlorine made bond with hybrid orbitals of beryllium. And today in BCl3, B will undergo, boron will undergo hybridization, and with the hybrid orbitals of boron, chlorine comes and makes a stable bond. So I welcome you all to understand what type of hybridization is there in boron trichloride. Boron, atomic number 5, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Here I have written outermost 2s2, 2p1. Okay. Now it is only one electron in the 2p orbital. So this will alone will not undergo hybridization. Therefore, we want something extra to be done for the boron. For this purpose, we will promote one of the 2s electrons to empty 2p orbital. Okay. So one of the 2s electrons will be promoted to one of the three orbitals of 2p here. Okay. Now you can see this is normal. This is after the promotion. Now three are unpaired. Okay, these three which are these unpaired? 2s unpaired, 2p 2px unpaired, 2py, or anyone you can out of three, because all three are degenerate. So you can take any two orbitals of 2p. So two 2p orbitals of two 2p orbitals with single electron and one 2s orbital with single electron, they undergo hybridization. That means in this today's discussion, number of orbitals undergoing hybridization are, this is 1s and there are 2p. So 1s 2p after combination sp2. So in the case of boron trichloride, it is sp2 hybridization. Okay, how it happens? Let us see here. This is that 2s orbital, 1s orbital. Okay, this is, they are the two p orbitals. Okay, single electron, single electron, single electron, single electron, they will merge, they will undergo mixing, hybridization. Okay, then how they form? In this way. This is what after mixing. Now here, how many orbitals underwent hybridization? 1 2 3. How many are formed? 1 2 3. These are called sp2 hybrid orbitals. sp2 hybrid orbital. sp2 hybrid orbital. Three sp2 hybrid orbitals are formed. Then they undergo rearrangement. 1 2 3, and this is the final hybridization of the boron. So boron will acquire this type of arrangement. Now for this one lobe, one chlorine. For this lobe, another chlorine. For this lobe, another chlorine. You see the shape? It is like a planar, triangle, planar. So it is called trigonal planar, triangular planar. Everywhere between these two, 180. Between these two, 180. Between these two, 180. Imagine in 3D, okay, in 3D, not on the blackboard or not on the slide. You have to imagine in 3D. So the bond angle here is what? 180 degrees, and the shape is called as what? Triangular planar. So boron after the hybridization will acquire triangular planar sp2 hybridization, then ready for the combination with what? Chlorine. So in this way BCl3 forms, which is the explanation for what? sp2 hybridization. Yeah. More type of hybridization. For this, I have taken example of what? Example of methane. In the methane, it is the carbon which is undergoing hybridization. Okay, carbon 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Two unpaired electrons in the 2p. Now this is Khali, okay. Now let us promote one of the 2s electrons to the empty 2p orbital. So after the promotion, this is the new electronic configuration: 1s2, 2s1, 2p1, 2p1, 2p1 in all the three axes. So there are four unpaired electrons. From this we can explain why carbon behaves tetravalent, four valency. So here are the four unpaired electrons available, where one unpaired in the 2s, one unpaired in the 2p, one more in the one more 2p, one more 2p. So 3 2p and 1 s. That means if the carbon wants to undergo hybridization, it has to undergo between which two orbitals? One is s orbital, namely 2s, and three p orbitals, 2p orbitals. So totally one s orbital and three p orbitals together they mix sp3. 1s, 3p, sp3. So carbon in methane undergoes sp3 hybridization. This is s orbital, one electron. These are the 2p orbitals with each one electron. Okay, they will mix themselves. They will mix. After mixing, this is the hybrid orbitals. How many are participating? 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many are formed? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are called 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now they will orient in space in such a way that, keeping in mind least repulsion. So after the orientation that all maintain, so finally they will acquire this shape. This is what sp3 hybrid orbitals of carbon, which is the shape is given like what? Tetrahedral geometry. Tetra, excuse me, means four. Hedral means a corner. So four cornered hybridization. Okay, so now ready for the bonding with hydrogen. Here comes one hydrogen. Here comes second hydrogen, third hydrogen, fourth hydrogen. Okay, so after joining the four hedrals of the this shape, we get like a kite. Okay, so it looks like a kite. This is called what? Tetrahedral. So in this way, methane forms with 109.5 degrees. This is called tetrahedral shape for methane, and it has carbon has undergone sp3 hybridization. That means depend upon the type of the mixing, we classify hybridization into three categories: sp, sp2, sp3. Okay. Now after the sp3 hybridization in the case of methane, now we'll go for two more examples where that also undergoes sp3 but not pure sp3. It is slightly disturbed sp3. How disturbed? Please see this example. This is the example I have taken. Ammonia NH3. So for this N has to undergo hybridization, central atom hybridization. Okay. So N, atomic number of nitrogen, how much? It is 7. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. 1s2 I have not shown here. 2s2, 2p3. Okay. So three unpaired electrons are there, right? Okay. This also undergoes sp3 only. So this is s orbital and p orbitals. These will mix here. Okay, they will mix and undergoes sp3. But the interesting point is here what? Three unpaired electrons are there in the what? In the 2p only, but not in the 2s. 2s is a paired. That means though 2s orbital is a paired, but still it becomes a part of the hybridization. Okay, so after the hybridization, 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed. Out of 4, 3 are unpaired. They will go for the bonding with hydrogen, but this one will remain as unpaired or lone pair. That means in a nitrogen, when it has undergone hybridization and forms ammonia, that time we will find one lone pair. Why one lone pair on the nitrogen? Because this is called unhybridized orbital. It will help, it will support, it will be a part of the hybridization, but it will remain inactive. I will participate, but my role in the bonding is nil. So only three bonds are formed with hydrogen NH3, but one s orbital will remain, one sp3 will remain as a lone pair. That's why in the structure of ammonia, N with a 3 NH bond with one what? A lone pair of electron. This is the reason can be explained only by the VBT. That's why VBT is far better than previous theories. Please see the structure. Yeah, sp3, 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 4 sp3. Out of 4 sp3, 1 sp3 with NH, 1 sp3. It is just a part, but one lone pair is there here. This is called as lone pair of electron, where there is no bonding at all. Okay, that's why we see one lone pair on the nitrogen atom with 107-degree what angle. This is not the pure what tetrahedral. It is called distorted, means slight disturbance is there. Pure tetrahedral you will get only in the methane. So because this one lone pair is there, so this looks like a tetrahedral, but it is actually triangular pyramidal or simply this shape, but it is slightly disturbed or distorted tetrahedral. Now let us see one more case. Okay, sp3 in water. How to explain sp3 in the water? Okay, for this, which has undergone the hybridization, it is the O. Okay, O. What is the O? Atomic number 8. Configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 4. Okay, so it is 2s2. This is 2p4. Out of 4 electrons, one is full, remaining 2 are single electron. Okay, now no need to promote. Please recall. Please recall what one of the condition or the features of hybridization. Promotion of electron is not necessary condition for the hybridization. Okay, that's why here without promotion these will undergo 1s and all these sp3, but only with the 2 will undergo bonding. These two will remain as a lone pair, part of hybridization, but remain unpaired or lone pair. That's why in water, in the on oxygen, we find 2 lone pair. Please here. Okay, so 2 OH bond with 2 lone pair. In this way, we can explain sp3 in water, sp3 in ammonia, and sp3 in the methane. Methane pure tetrahedral, ammonia slightly disturbed, but in the case of water, more disturbed tetrahedral structure. Our best way is what? It is a bent structure. We already learnt in the VSC pair theory. So with this, today we will wind up our class, and tomorrow we will take some other different types of examples for hybridization. So thank you, my dear students.